Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's baby will finally give Prince Charles the grandchild he craves after being shut out by Prince William and Kate Middleton. Charles is said to have complained about feeling excluded from Prince George's life, saying he almost never got to see William and Kate's first child. The close bond between Prince Charles and his daughter-in-law was clear this week as the pair made a beeline for each other at Westminster Abbey. Behind the scenes, Meghan and the future king are as thick as thieves. With Prince Harry, Meghan often pops over to Clarence's house for tea. And when the Sussex's baby arrives next month, Charles can again play the doting grandfather. This caring and cuddly Charles is determined not to repeat mistakes from his family's past. 5 years ago it was very different. Charles is said to have complained about feeling excluded from Prince George's life, saying he almost never got to see William and Kate's first child. The perception was that while Kate's parents Mike and Carol Middleton were almost always on hand, Charles was cold and distant. His own upbringing was austere, and with his constant travel and royal business, he had little free time. Those who know him laugh at the idea he would change a nappy or feed George lunch, something the Middletons delighted in. When George turned 1, Charles chose to visit a squirrel conservation project in Scotland rather than go to his birthday party at Kensington Palace. Even the Queen turned up. Things improved with the arrival of Charlotte, now 3, and Louis, almost 1. Charles now feels he is more hands-on in his grandchildren's lives. Happy chaos. Pictures shot last autumn to celebrate Charles' 70th birthday showing Wills, Kate, Meghan and Harry laughing after Louis hugged Charles' ear suggest he is more relaxed. Harry and Meghan's baby means he can do it all better this time. A friend said, at the time Prince George was born, Charles was less easy in the role of a grandfather. But now he welcomes each new arrival with a wider grin and even more open arms. He loves the happy chaos of it all. Charles's relationship between his two sons is better now than it has been for a long time. Around the time of George's birth, Charles and William reportedly fell out over a loan to renovate Will's country home, Anmer Hall, in Norfolk, among other things. For some time the two saw little of each other privately, and Charles therefore saw little of William's kids. That has since changed. Harry, too, has had ups and downs with his father, although historically he has been closer to him. Charles acted as peacemaker in the tensions between his two boys. His belief they should forge their own paths meant he supported Harry when he wanted to split his household from that of William, a move formalized this week. But palace insiders say it is Meghan, whose relationship with her own father has very publicly broken down, who helped bring Harry and Charles closer. A friend of Charles says he was captivated by Meghan when he first met her. He thought she was extremely intelligent, hardworking and impressive. They have a genuinely warm relationship. When she first moved to London, Meghan was very interested in the history of the family. Art was the medium through which they talked about it. They have a lot in common. He has a natural affection for her. Harry was delighted that Charles welcomed her with open arms, in particular by offering to walk her down the aisle on their wedding day after Thomas Markle pulled out. Last summer, at a garden party to mark Charles' 70th birthday, Harry said of his dad, "His enthusiasm and energy are truly infectious. It has certainly inspired William and I to get involved in issues we care passionately about." In his speech at Harry's wedding, Charles gushed, "My darling old Harry, I'm so happy for you." A friend of Harry adds, Charles will make doubly sure he spends as much time as possible with the new baby. The path is clear for him and Meghan's mother, Doria, to forge strong grandparental bonds. Dysfunction in the Markle family gives Charles the opportunity to make amends for past failings. Meghan is very close to her mum, and Doria will come here next month to help her daughter. But reports she will move permanently from Los Angeles, almost 5,500 miles away, appear wide of the mark. She will instead rely on visits to bond with her grandchild. Thomas's relationship with Meghan seems damaged beyond repair after a string of blows from staged paparazzi shots and hostile interviews to his dropping out of the wedding at the last minute, and even leaking a heartfelt letter in which Meghan begged him to stop victimizing me and to please allow us to live our lives in peace. It is worth remembering that Harry still has not met his father-in-law, and it is not clear if that day will ever now come. As a widower and divorcee with his own troubled past, Charles can surely empathize with the turmoil in the Markle clan. And as her relationship with Thomas falls apart, Charles seems happy to fill the breach and in the process ensure he has a pivotal role in the coming baby's life. A palace insider says, Charles wants to be a good, dutiful father-in-law. Meghan has been assured that any concerns she has within the royal family will be met with his full attention and kindness. Relaxed and tactile, Charles loves to be included by Meghan, and Harry encourages her to be at ease with Charles. The real icebreaker was him volunteering to walk Meghan down the aisle, which sealed their burgeoning friendship. Charles never had the chance to forge a meaningful relationship with either of his own grandfathers. Prince Andrew of Greece, the Duke of Edinburgh's father, died before Charles was born. And the Queen's father, George VI, died when Charles was just 3. The Queen Mother stepped into that void and was a consoling presence for Charles until her death in 2002. Over the past few months, Charles has laid the groundwork for a special relationship with the new arrival. Sources say the Sussexes are frequently invited to Clarence's house for informal chats over tea and cake. A friend says he prefers to entertain them in his homes rather than darting into Nottingham Cottage, where Harry and Meghan live, and tripping over their 2 rescue dogs. Observers say Charles is relaxed around Meghan, even tactile, which she appears to like. He also seems more at ease with his son when Meghan is present. The trio discuss history and culture, as well as the couple's plans to move to Frogmore Cottage in Windsor. Harry has always been closer to his father than William is. Wills has taken a backseat in the royal setup since the Sussexes married last May. Amid rumors of a trill in the air between Meghan and Kate, Kensington Palace insiders claim the old harmony between the brothers is now distant and fractured. Some suggest Charles may have an ulterior motive for keeping Meghan close. One source claims Charles wants to contain any further outbursts, whether of a Markle nature or the simmering Cambridge v Sussex brotherly fallout, which had to be laid to rest at Sandringham over Christmas. The Queen was utterly exasperated by the unseemly sniping and demanded Charles put an end to it. Either way, he can't be faulted for wanting to play a central role in the life of his latest grandchild.
What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment section below and don't forget to subscribe to get instant news update.